I celebrate this comment that I just received on a video I made called MyHeritage, do African Americans only show 2/3 African on their DNA test results? So here's the first kind of comment I was looking for, just to kind of get confirmation on my theory and based on also what I've heard in the past, that if you're African American, you're most likely somewhere around 2/3 African descent. So here we go. John Poole, here's what he says, quote, "Hi, I'm a Black American who has tested with a few companies. The results range from 74% to 77% African, mostly West African and some East and Central. European was 23 to 26%, mostly from the British Isles with some Iberian." So he goes on to kind of give the details there. But at the end he says, "From what I've read, most Black Americans range from between 70 and 80% African, though some people are as high as 90%. I hope you find this helpful," end quote. And yes, John, I find it extremely helpful, and I'm extremely grateful for you because I'm wanting to understand this better. So his test results, John's test results, absolutely backed up this concept that if you are African American, then you're arguably somewhere around 2/3 to maybe, okay, now we know maybe closer to 3/4 African descent. So that kind of clears that up for me. So it's interesting too, and here's what I'm thinking, the first thing that comes to mind is, so if you're, let's say you had a Black mother and a white father in America, so that makes you half, that makes you biracial. What's interesting is, so if you're DNA wise, if you are, let's say 2/3, if one of your parents is 2/3 being the African American, but then you are going to be half that, so you'd be 1/3 or maybe a little bit more. So that's interesting to think about too. But that's if we're just talking about DNA, and we're not. I completely recognize and celebrate the fact that if you're African American, you're African American. That is your culture, and it can be separate from your DNA itself. Which leads me probably to my next video idea. I really want to explore, and I know it's been done before, but I want to explore it myself. How African does your DNA need to be for you to be considered African American? That's my next video.